Well, how's it going, Kingsman? Welcome back to another NTW3 battle, continuing on our clan tournament. Now, we have two different clans. I think someone pointed out that I've been hosting or showing a lot of a couple clans multiple times, and I want to definitely try to spread out the love amongst all the clans participating, because without all of them, this tournament wouldn't even exist. So, this one actually was skewed up next anyway, but it is between the Imperial Guard and the LI clans, and they are playing on France 2A using the which corps are these? Does it say 1806 France? So Prussia, France, and we have the GI Imperial Guard playing as the French, and of course the LI playing as a coalition. Already the battle's popping off, you can see here. So let's go over the points really quickly here. So on the Imperial Guard side, we have a 12-point Murat Cav Corps, we have a 12-point Davout, a 9-point Azuro, and a 5-point Edward. On the coalition side, you have 12-point Bagration, 8-point Zeswich, 11-point Hohenlohe, and 7-point Rochelle. So Russians, Saxons, Prussians facing off against a French force. Now, not sure which French corps is up here. I would assume they would stick their 12-point Davout up in the front, as you can see both. Ooh, man, the howitzers crashing in, but I'm gonna assume this is Davout. You know, it makes sense. And obviously, Bagration, 12-pointer, he's facing off against him as well. They're already rushing for, you know, the LOCs that kind of are dominant in the center of the map here. However, we do have Leifstrid that did take this one, so probably France. They're not getting to this one today yet, but they do have Carabiniers, very potent infantry pushing towards it, and they are obviously shadowing the Russians. Look at those guys. And then of course you have the Prussian Saxon, or not even Saxon, did I say Saxony? Yeah, Saxons. And all in the back. Oh, we have a desperate charge for the cavalry, or for the artillery with Ulani, and it does not go anywhere else. Obviously, it's a very potent artillery piece. Both of these are, man, getting focused down. This is insanity already, as this battle is getting cooking quite early on. Now, you do notice the French are making a pretty drastic shift here towards this left flank. And of course, Bagration, he is trying to shadow. He does some artillery setup, horse artillery, 6-pounders, as well as some 12-pounders, 3 guns, 5 guns total to really sweep back the French columns. And this is going to end up being a bloodbath, as the artillery has a very even field, and they're going to build it very easily, just fire straight through these ranks of French infantry. These poor dudes. But at the same time, France keeps shifting more and more to the left, or maybe trying to take this small forest. But yeah, artillery are firing. We have a small French force here. Of course, Bagration, he is spread his forces along the entirety of these two LOCs, holding both of them. Just waiting for reinforcements. Now, Murat is not on the field yet. He's pretty fast moving, so I'd assume he would be near the back. But he's going to move there. I think this is Murat. Pretty sure that's Murat, right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure either of those. I should learn the generals, like what they look like. I think that's a lot of work, though. I probably will never do that. But we are starting to see some more cavalry making its appearance here. I'm curious what kind of a force Murat did bring. As he does have a force of 973 men for the cavalry corps. That's still a lot, so definitely Carabiniers and Cuirassiers, if I were to guess. And if I'm not mistaken, Hohenlohe, well, no, he does have infantry as well. It's like he has a lot of cavalry. Look at this Cuirassier. Even just this one cav unit of 160 men. Could you imagine riding in something like this? You know, you probably feel pretty invincible. You just look to your right and left and you see like hundreds of men and you're like, man, we are invincible. We will sweep back anybody that opposes us. And then of course, you know, you see a 260-man cuirassier French unit and you're like, I don't know about this anymore. But yeah, so the French have kind of disappeared. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they're in this tree line, biding their time, or they're about to make a move. So Bagration obviously shifting over to the side to kind of prepare for the assault. But, I mean, shoot, everything kind of quieted down all of a sudden. Now we have to remember, guys, the coalition will be slow moving for the most part. Even their, ooh, look at these dudes. But they're be slow moving. It'll take them a while to get up to the front. But man, talk about the drip. I love the red. That's green. Oh man. That's epic. That is something else. They're different than even these guys. Look at this. They're just green, no red. Of course, you have grenadiers. Not my favorite grenadier unit, but you know, they still got some look about them. All right, here we go. Wait, is this a reinforcing corps or is this the same corps? Not even sure. Yeah, so see, they did redeploy. Bagration does not have his entire corps here in France. Actually, for the moment, has they have the advantage right now. They have an entire several hundred men massed up on Bagration's right flank, and if they can be aggressive here, they can get there before the artillery sets up, before the infantry get in position. They could catch them out. Now, of course, Honlo is rushing over here, but he's probably a good 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes away still. A lot can happen in 3 to 5 minutes. We'll see. Some Prussians trying to get out of here, and they are going to get collapsed in on from the flank by some Hussars and some chasseurs cheval. But here we go. France is making their attack. And Bagration does have some force ready here, but man, they are taking a bit of a beating here. We've got to watch out for that French cavalry. Gonna try to go for this horse artillery. Oh, look at this massive battery. They can stick this in the center just to kind of hold and shift more and more infantry over to this right flank. But yeah, we are seeing a lot now. I've not seen Murat showing up yet. I do see on the mini-map, though, another French corps being illuminated by some Hussars who are scouting. So at least they know another force. But where is Murat? You know, where is Murat? I have not seen the heavy cav. They're obviously going to keep it hidden until they're ready to strike. But there is, of course, you see a lot more Prussians showing up here. Cavalry to try to stave off the French advance. France just keeps circling the flank, but they aren't really wanting to go straight at the enemy yet. Now, if they do have another French corps here, they could smack in from two sides, and maybe that would be enough devastation to the coalition line, too much of a shock for them to be able to deal with, but Honlo's almost there. We'll just see. Maybe France is not being aggressive. Maybe they are. I don't know. We'll have to see how they play this. Oh, horse artillery gonna get caught out. Some infantry gonna rush forward, try to save him. Oh, they're not gonna save that horse artillery. There's no way. Oh, what? Wow, they saved it. I am actually shocked. Truly actually shocked that they saved the horse artillery. Man, what a spot of luck. But here we go. See, this artillery can easily angle in this direction and start shooting into that French line. Now that Russia's pulling back their lines. Make it a little easier for them to support their line. Still, we have Hohenlohe now. He is going to be defending the right side of Bagration. He has that horse artillery, the howitzers, cavalry, plenty of cavalry here. Looks like these hussars are taking on some chasseur cheval. That may be it for his poor hussar unit. But at least they've gotten enough scouting. They know what's going on. Oh, and I misspoke. This is not a howitzer, my bad. It's a 6-pounder. I saw the H2 and just immediately assumed howitzer. Alright, they're starting to harass this French line. Ooh, that was a nice strike. Still, though, I think France has lost the advantage they had in the moment. And maybe if they had attacked, it would have been disastrous.
Our men are running, sir.
I will see. All right, so we do have the 11 points, 12 points. Oh man, they're gonna go for this horse artillery. Oh, look at this brave French cavalry charge. Meeting Lancers head on. Another. Ooh, this seems a little wasteful, in my opinion. They're trying to drive back the artillery piece, but there's so much cavalry from the coalition. It's just taking the blows for the French. Now they have more cavalry rushing forward. Oh, this must be Murat. But I'd like to see more coordination of cavalry and infantry together. It doesn't seem like that's really happening.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
You gotta remember not to throw your cavalry in piecemeal against artillery. It's not worth it. Unless, of course, there's an opportunity. But with infantry around, artillery sitting right here with infantry that's not even firing, even in combat, it's probably not going to go well. They're just going to pour volley into your cavalry, and then their cav's going to smack whatever's left back before you can get a chance to deal with that artillery piece. But I'm assuming, based on the fact they're trying to kill that artillery, they don't really want to engage with the coalition until they have an artillery advantage or a lack of artillery facing them. And Murat will not be able to move freely with so much coalition artillery able to just zero in on him, as obviously artillery is the perfect thing to deal with enemy cavalry. But I think it's becoming apparent that there is a large force here of French, the cavalry corps, and at least one infantry corps for the French. There's more. They mean the center. And, I mean, LSC points definitely seem to be with the coalition. So the French are the ones who are going to have to send an attack forward at some point. But for now, they seem to still be trying to get in position. And take in their, you know, making sure they don't make mistakes. Artillery setting up over here for the French. Still, they're outgunned. What now? All right, so this may be an entirely different corps from French infantry. This may be Azuro. This could be the 5-pointer as well. Edward, I think. Edward, I mean, yeah. Look at this beautiful French line. Oh, I was hoping they advanced further. It's quite beautiful. It got sun out shining. I mean, I know there's like death raining around, you know, but you can almost imagine there's a nice cool breeze in the air, crisp. I don't know. I live in a desert. I don't know what it's like in greener pastures like this. They're going straight at these guns though, with the Russians ready to meet them. I'm surprised we're not seeing a little bit more cavalry combined with infantry on the attack, though. We are seeing some movement in the forward position. You have a 7-point Ruchil and the Zezwich taking up the left and left side of the center. Oh, we have artillery getting charged. They fire canister. Can they save this, though? Yeah. I was hoping this was a coordinated infantry and cavalry attack. But here we go. More cavalry going in for the artillery piece. And now dragoons. So we may actually finally see some guns getting killed as the French finally get a break here. A bayonet charge against the French as they go for this LOC as well. They're getting shot up as they charge in. This is not going to go well for them. Some Gussaris reinforcing this line. Some Grenadiers in reserve. The general up near the front who inspires men to keep fighting. And we actually have a countercharge of cavalry. Oh my gosh. That's some high casualties in that engagement. Alright, they do take this though. France manages to take this LOC. That is a very good start for them. Now they can start pushing forward without worrying about the LOC. It's going to force the Russians maybe to pull back a little bit, as the LOC is going to provide excellent fire for the French to fire directly into their flank. We have a Grenadier unit pushing forward, and another Musketeer being told to go into bayonet charge. The French are going to form up and start shooting right into their face. Oh no, countercharge! Things heating up a little bit here. France needs to move up and reinforce this LOC. You see here they have Grenadiers, I believe. I believe it's a Grenadier unit. Or maybe they should send the Carabiniers in there, told. Either way, oh my gosh, Murat's going in! A square, unfortunately for them. Still infantry in support. We gotta watch out for that FIM. Ooh. Definitely have to watch that FIM. I don't think they're shooting anymore though. Doesn't matter. In infantry going in for the attack. Oh man. Oh, a counter charge. Beautiful. Guard du corps. Oh no, just some crossieres. Going to try to support this French attack, I guess. They're going to try to stop it. More cavalry against the line infantry. These Grenadiers now caught by more French lines. And now the French are making a move. Oh, come on. No, this is not the greatest of charges. Here we go. Beautifully done. Although they waited a little too long. They should have gone straight in, but still they're making impact, and hopefully the French can follow this up. Cavalry going unsupported. Oh my gosh. Crossyears in the flank. They got to watch out for a flanking charge or flanking volleys here. But now if we zoom out, you can see, I mean, everybody's kind of fighting along the line. But right here, guys, the cavalry and infantry are really going at it. Now, Russia actually going to go for a flanking charge on this French line. Maybe try to get some relief so they can reform their center here. But they are having a lot of breaking as Murat is just moving forward here. Now, we do have the Prussians pushing the left of the French. Maybe we're going to try to relieve some pressure on the center if they can. There's so much heavy cavalry around here. The Iranians are very careful. They could easily get caught out. They start losing cavalry left and right. As you can see, already losing one crossier. This is not a place you want to commit every bit of cavalry. Pulling back cavalry, reforming, and letting the infantry do a little work may be wise. And there's like a lot of cavalry stuck here. Beautiful charge, getting rid of some skirmishers, tying up that rear line. The line's getting a little muddled here. You can see some crossyears charged in against this Russian line as well. And this line spans, I mean, this part of the fights, this is pretty standard, just line battle. And then of course, as it shifts further down the line, it begins to get messy pretty quick. Both sides have kind of pulled back the cavalry. You're gonna see where they stand, the lines being redrawn, reformed. Strangely enough, didn't get that nice charge up on the artillery piece. But France actually is looking kind of weak in the center. Look at this nice push that's Bagration and Hodlo are making. It's looking pretty good. I think the French had some initial good attacks here, but they need some reserves in the center. In a stagnant battle, I think the French will lose. If they stay stagnant, just firing back and forth, I mean, the coalition can definitely do that. Man, look at the ripple of fire just down and up the line. And how large this battle's getting. What's rather surprising is that this LOC is still in Russian control. And I'm seeing the French totally pulling back on the left side. The center needs to be very, very wary. They could easily get smacked by the Russians spinning around, but maybe they're going to pull back. I don't know. I feel like they should at this point. The bodies are starting to stack up in this line fight. Look at this, though. Just an insane amount of infantry. Nice reserve lines. Skirmishers set up. Have nice stakes to keep themselves from a cavalry charge. Artillery's even shifting up to this fight as well, so they're going to start applying a lot more pressure to the French line. Here's that nasty flank I was talking about. Look at this, they're curving in. And France, they have to pull back from this. They have to rematch with the left flank. Yeah, some crossieres, some fusiliers, all pushing in coordination here. This left flank for France is, I think, the most worrisome for this French force. Look how close France is getting, though, here. This could pay off, or it's going to be just a disaster, because they're point blank firing at each other. I'd bayonet charge this Saxon line, honestly. Cornevalian charge the bayonet. Oh, I missed it. Dang it. Right, this is the flank I was talking about, the worrisome flank. It's been exposed a little too much. And you see some units breaking. France just getting some nice charges off. France being forced to pull back here. And this is turning into a yet more worrisome break for this Imperial. I think France is kind of losing the initiative here. They have a lot of heavy cav, but they got to make some attacks with it, and they're running out of men. Does some artillery setup. See what I mean? Artillery gonna focus down the heavy cav, force them back. Oh my gosh. So they just leveled it. And all the dead men are buried underneath it. Man. Alright, so France is calling it. They're pulling back. Unfortunately, that's not going to be a good thing for them, because they need to win this by LOC, and they've already lost one LOC technically. And they have a 4-pointer here. Wait, the other 4-pointer got leveled with Russians in it? Oh man. Well, that even makes it more difficult. Now the 1-pointers are going to be even more sought after. It makes it that much easier, guys, for this French army. I mean, for this coalition army. They can afford to just wait. Let the French make another move. They know they just have to defend some 1-pointers. They'll be fine. So I guess we'll play the waiting game here. Looks like both sides have kind of pulled back. Yep. What I may do, if no one, if they both just kind of withdraw a little bit, which looks like that's what they're doing, I'll skip to where they've re-engaged. Now we do have the French pushing out, but maybe they're gonna pull back again. So I'll just skip ahead to the action. If they're just gonna sit here firing artillery, then I'll skip to, you know, where it gets good again. Alright guys, so some developments here. It does look like the French are shifting entirely to this flank here. I'm going to try to go against Holden though. So they are shifting up this road. This line's pushing. Maybe they're going to try to single out the one flank and push. As that honestly is not a bad idea. And the reason why is the coalition cannot move as quickly. The Imperials, the one advantage they do have is the fast moving corps. So they can isolate, and this whole side cannot move quickly enough and isn't even moving. Which of course could be that the coalition are just, you know, they feel prepared to deal with this. Who knows? Either way, I expect to see a nice little fight for the right flank here. Can the Prussians hold their side down after Bagration has fought so well in the center? Of course, Prussia was helping in the center as well, but you know what I mean. Either way, it's going to be a very interesting finale in this battle. We have 26 minutes remaining in this replay. Poor skirmishers didn't stand a chance.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, that guy's getting up. Look at him. He's picking himself up with his musket. And then he's going to be like, yeah, no, I need to go back to Germany. This is ridiculous. This is insane. I did not pay for this. I did not pay enough. Get paid enough for this. And they're going to get their butts out of there. I don't blame them, man. That's kind of rough to get charged by cavalry like that. Anyway. We have the French still pushing here. Getting more and more aggressive as time goes on. Keep in mind, Murat may be rolling in to help out as well. Oh, and they're re-engaging here. This area has been a bloodbath so far, and it just seems to be getting worse. Here we go. So we do have some Saxon infantry shifting over here in some reserves from the 7-pointer as well. They're realizing this is kind of the all-in for the French, so they have to take this quite seriously. Horse artillery can support this line. Oh man! Oh, they missed. They were shooting in the right direction. Look at this whole line right in front of you. Once again, artillery. Uh-oh. I think the French are going to get this one. Maybe not.
Our men are running, sir.
There we go. See, the French are pulling back. Russia on the attack now. They can really focus down this flank. It's going to really impact the French attack on the other side eventually. Oh, we have a cavalry charge. Square formed. France getting even closer once again. We did a square check. See, is Prussia gonna get a volley off? Nope. And here we go. The charge is gonna be rolling in on multiple sides, if I were to guess. They form a square and they're just gonna pour in a volley or bayonet charge them. I don't know which. Either way, France is going for the melee. Man, the musket bug for France is insane. These guys were able to take, like, reform square, or unform square, and then fire a volley first. Now we do have the French getting charged by some cuirassiers, but this Prussian line is looking a little iffy. Over here is still nothing. Oh, is France winning this? No, they're not. They're not winning. Well, maybe, I don't know. The Chevaliers are getting... Oh, no. They need to commit the cuirassiers to this fight. France broke the left. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. The Prussian line just breaks. All right, guys. We are back. It crashed, of course. But we're back where this disastrous Prussian defense... or the beginning of a really bad defense. Things aren't looking too hot, but the French still have an uphill battle with the coalition swinging around, pivoting into their flank here. Now they do have some lines left over here, but Prussia is actually trying to break down as many of them as possible with some cavalry and breaking several of them. And you see France is really getting dished out here. More cavalry running around. And of course, this right flank, you have the French. They have a lot of troops over here still. But of course, you have the 7-point Ruchel. He's pushing around as well. So France, they're running out of options. Nice flanking charge on the cuirassiers. Here comes more reinforcements from the 8-pointer. But the cavalry for the coalition is starting to run low. France pulling back. They were getting pretty shot to pieces by this coalition, though. Some nice regular volleys being poured in. Man, the howitzers blasting in here. Oh, what a shot. This spells trouble for the French right, though. And they have a lot of Prussians hovering as they're trying to send more reinforcements over here to help restart the fighting over here. They're gonna have to keep pulling back, though. Oh, some cavalry going in. Where? Oh, this is these poor dragoons, man. They're probably all gonna die. And they'll get a nice charge off. And that's actually setting the pace. Now France rushing forward infantry. These guys are gonna break. Still, it may have given France a chance to rush forward here. See if they can get some volleys off. This battle's still close. Like the French are losing still, but they keep sticking up for themselves, you know, and it keeps breaking more and more of the coalition. So I mean, I'm still intrigued. I don't know who actually wins this. Oh, let's see if this 8-pounder can do some work. Crosshairs going in. Let's see. Nope. Beautiful charge, infantry as well. Oh man, disaster striking the center of the coalition's line with those cuirassiers crashing in, and now they have to turn trying to get some volleys off. Miraz Cav Corps doing some work. Oh, just send the cav right here, and then infantry as well. Oh yes, beautiful. Some hussars gonna get some. Saxon musketeers trying to support their line as well. More cavalry rushing through the gap they've created in the coalition's line. Some Prince Albert, some Chevaliers trying to help plug that gap. Some reserves from Bagration, some grenadiers and musketeers rushing forward here. They're going to try to save this. Oh, man. It's going down, guys. Look at this. The French have torn a hole in yet another line. Are they going to win this? I mean, this whole Prussian force over here is pretty strong still. Bagration still has a force. They have cavalry still. France really is putting up quite the fight, though. And look at this. The line is collapsing. What an excellent push by France. And the French are kind of even more and more trying to ignore this 7-pointer. You see they're pulling back this entire right flank. They're going to try their best, I'm sure, to just rush in, destroy whatever's left of this coalition, and then turn to face them. Still, the cavalry, fresh coalition cavalry may actually help drive back. I'm starting to see a lot of breaking from the French. This line probably going to get charged with these Chevaliers, if I were to guess. They're going to try their best to push here, but, I mean, the coalition are pulling back and letting the Prussians push forward. Oh, there we go. Bayonet charge, though, starting to get into that Russian line. We'll see. Russia may be able to hold this. Those Chevaliers starting to help break this right flank. What an intense ending to this battle here, this last final fight. Bagration keeps trying to get away from this French line so we can delay them. France keeps trying to re-engage here. Oh, we have some cavalry. Where are they going? They go for no, they're going for some oh, that's not going to work well for them. All right, let's keep an eye on this Cuirassier charging right into this French flank, potentially. A potential devastating charge here. I want to see this. Either that or they're going to charge this French line right here, which would be devastating. Please. Yes! Oh, there we go. Excellent. Oh my gosh. That is going to shatter this entire French line. Without a doubt, going to shatter the entire thing.
The men of fatigue, sir, and must rest a while.
There's nothing more beautiful than an heavy cav charge, what I was going to say, but yeah, this cavalry is going to break. Or not. Edward, the 5-pointer general for France, is dead. Oh, they're wavering. They break. If only they could stay alive long enough to back charge this French line, it would be perfect. See over here, more of the Dragoons in here, and Russia even. Russia's engaged on multiple fronts. Oh, they're losing. But still, more cavalry hussars creeping into the flank. France is starting to get boxed in on all sides. This is definitely the last stand for them. It's kind of like the Waterloo movie, you know, where they box themselves in. Just charging. I'm sure nothing bad will happen with just back charging everything. Yep, this is the beginning of the end. Look at this. They're going to get a back charge off of this French infantry. And there, this is the beginning. This is it. Yeah, this is definitely the ending. Ooh. Here we go. Yep, so it does look like it is going to be a coalition victory. Oh, and I think I misspoke at the very beginning. So the coalition brought the 4th coalition, and then the French brought the 1806 Prussian, I think 2A is what it is. So they brought 2 different corps. So my apologies. I think I misspoke at the very beginning, but it does look like it's going to be a coalition victory. Which is the LI clan, the Les Invalides. These guys look like Nassau infantry. It's like not even French. It's like Saxons and whatever that. Dutch? Is that Dutch infantry? Reminds me of the Orange of Nassau infantry, you know? But yeah, I think this is pretty much over. Let me just fast forward here, but it's pretty much over. Man, what a fight though. I mean, the French, I think
we have killed their general, sir. Now
they did very wise circling around and pushing this flank. It almost worked. They definitely got battered up here in the center, that first initial fight. I'm not sure if that's what cost them the battle. But either way, I mean, it was a very good fight. I don't think it's even going to go to an LOC. I think it's just going to stay at deathmatch victory for the coalition. I believe there's one guy in this 4-point way over here. Like I said, I may just skip ahead to the results. If nothing else is happening, yeah, they're just cleaning up. So we'll skip ahead to the results of this battle. All right, guys. So like I said, a coalition victory for the LI clan. Good job. GG's to both sides, but let's look at these results here. So you can see on the coalition side, you have Pope playing as Bagration. You got 2,082 for the kills. Drusko playing as Hohenlohe, 11-pointer. He got 973. You have Sam playing as Zedzwich, 8-pointer with 1032. You have Colt playing as the 7-point Rochelle with 1352. So they got some very good kills all combined. On the GI side, you have a best player playing as 12-point Davu with 1508 for the kills. Faye playing as the 12-point Murat Cav Corps with 786. SDF as a 5-pointer with 403. And then Rosa as 9-point Azuro with 1558. 58. So hey, I would still say a very good game. Some pretty good kills for most of the players. So and it came down to a very close match at the very end. For a little bit there, France began winning. It took a while for the coalition to get up, which is one of the things you got to take advantage of when fighting against that corps, is you have to move fast. They can't move as fast as you. But still, a good game. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in another video.